graduates with a proud history and legacy, pulled upwards by a future that will not be tamed.
It brims over with powerful ideas that again and again lead to potent action and real change. Since when? 6 decades long, it's been home to groundbreakers, change makers, planet shakers, and it's still going strong.
It's the home of forward-thinking higher learning, homegrown pride and a story still unfurling, independent thought which sparks innovation, mindful global citizens and their perpetual liberation.
Today, this is my home, my community, my springboard, my zone, like iron sharpening iron. Here, my potential is mined, my mind is refined, and my future redefined.
It's our time to learn from our past and our histories, to be the leaders of tomorrow's victories.
It's our time to stand up and step into our light.
To rise with Africa and all the world by our side.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our graduands. Our graduation ceremony will commence shortly. And before we do so, we would like to share the following announcements and guidelines with you. In the event of emergency, please remain calm and follow the instructions of the safety officer and ushers. All cell phones and electronic devices should be switched off or placed on silent mode. Lavatory facilities are to your left as you exit the venue. Please refrain from moving towards the stage to take photographs or record the proceedings, as this is disruptive to the event and to other guests and graduands. Photographers are set up in the Student Center should you wish to take a family photo. Refreshments will be provided to you after the ceremony, and the ushers will guide you to where it will be offered. For our graduands, only doctoral graduands are required to have a cap. All other graduands do not require a cap, and should you have one, please leave it at your seat. Doctoral graduands are to keep their caps in their hands and not to wear them until their degrees have been conferred. Graduands, on the back of your seat is your name card that you must present to the Dean when you are at the podium. Make sure that you have your hood and that it is draped over your left arm with the flap to the front. University staff members will indicate when your row should move from your seats towards the podium. You will move to your right from your row. Take your name card and hood with you. Once at the podium, hand your name card to the Dean and stand on the black line that is on the carpet. Once your name is called, collect your card from the Dean and proceed to the Chancellor. Graduand, please kneel with the right knee on the bench in front of the Chancellor or Vice-Chancellor whilst they cap you. A photograph will be taken at this point. Proceed from there to the registrar, who will place the hood on you. Face the audience and then leave the stage. Doctoral graduands, you will then place their caps on their heads. Should there be a graduate with the registrar when you're approaching, please wait in front of the black line on the carpet that is close to the registrar. This will allow the photographers to take the photo of the next graduate who is being capped by the Chancellor. When leaving the stage, go down the stairs, turn right and proceed down the passage where you will receive your certificate or letter of completion. Re-enter the hall from the door on your left on the ground floor and proceed to your seat. University staff will direct you. Graduands, please note that this is an important notice. Once you have had your degree conferred upon, please do not leave the hall with your guests, as it is disrespectful to other graduands, guests, and university officials. You may only leave once the ceremony has been concluded by the Chancellor. The academic procession will enter the hall from the center doorway towards the stage. The audience will be requested to stand and remain standing. The Chancellor will constitute the congregation. We will then sing the national anthem and encourage all to participate. Thereafter, a prayer will be conducted. An indication will be given for you to be seated. At the end of the ceremony, you are requested to stand and remain standing as the academic procession leaves the hall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us today to celebrate the achievements of the graduates.
Graduands, guests, can I ask you to please rise for the academic procession?
Tobela, morning. I declare the congregation of the University of the Western Cape fully constituted. Ndaziza ngosemthethweni lenhlangano ye-University entshona Kapa. Ek verklaar hierdie vergadering van die Universiteit van Wes-Kaapland as behoorlik geconstitueer.
The national anthem, which can be found on page 16 of your booklet, will be led by the Creative Arts Choir. Please join us in singing the national anthem.
Thank
Put your hands together to welcome the Gender and Safety Officer from the Student Representative Council, Zachary Heinemann, who will address you now.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, faculty members, parents, and most importantly, the graduates of 2026. My name is Zachary Heinemann, and it is my privilege to speak to you all today. Now, amongst today's collective, we have an individual who is rarely seen in the limelight, yet stands firmly behind the coordination of movements such as these, ensuring that your walk across the stage is not only monumental, but seamless. I therefore thank Mr. Sipamandla Maputuma and his collective for ensuring that today is a success. May we please give them a well-deserved round of applause. Now, this graduation and this moment, though it may be brief, is meaningful for all of us here. For the educators of this fine institution, this is a moment where it is clear that the efforts made to educate the next generation have paid off. And they can rest easy knowing the future is in safe hands. For your parents, this is a moment of pride, a moment in which they gaze at you, their child, and celebrate the person you have become. For us as the SRC, this is a moment of admiration, for we admire the efforts and hard work that you have put in to be here today. And for you, the graduates, this is a truly momentous occasion. In this moment, your efforts in all that you have done to get here and are being recognized. In this moment, you are being seen for your brilliance and for the strength of your character. And you have every reason to be proud. Know that now the people in this room and the people beyond will look to you as the leaders of tomorrow. For that is the responsibility and privilege that you have been granted through your success. Now it is your turn, future leaders. Lead us. Thank you, and well done.
Please welcome the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Matete Madiba, who will address you.
Tobela, good morning. The Chancellor, Archbishop Thabo Makgoba in absentia, and the VC, Professor Robert Balfour, the Registrar, the Deans, colleagues from the academic, professional, and support services, the SRC members in our midst, graduates, families, sponsors, friends, distinguished guests. A hearty good morning to you once more. Congratulations to you, the graduates of the University of the Western Cape. Today is testament to the victory and achievement that you have won long before you put on these gowns, the beautiful hairstyles, the makeup, the shoes, and everything that goes with it. We are seeing a showcase today, and evidence of hard work that has been going on over time. You are here because you chose to do the right thing and the hard stuff, and you chose the hard stuff and the right thing over the easy and the wrong stuff. You chose late nights of study over the siren song of instant gratification. You chose discipline of mind over the comfort of the moment. In doing so, you have already proven that you possess the foundational element of ethics and integrity, that internal compass that guides you to do the right thing when no one is watching, when no parents, lecturers, friends are watching. To reach a moment like this, with this level of achievement that you are showcasing, you had to practice what Professor Thuli Madonsela calls the most difficult part of the leadership challenge of all, the ability to lead yourself. We cannot not learn from such a local giant like Prof. Thuli Madonsela. She has received more than 60 national and global awards, including one with the title Transparency International Integrity Award. Integrity might as well be her other surname. And she has also been awarded 8 honorary doctorates and counting. Most of the official records show that these 60+ awards are for her integrity, for governance, exemplary governance and leadership. Prof. Thuli helps us to understand that a degree that you have acquired, such as what you have acquired, equips you to lead yourself first. I implore you to continue to nurture and build on the self-leadership that you have already demonstrated, and that you continue to choose integrity over instant gratification, even when no one is watching. You have earned this degree, and it is a grand tool for service. It is not just a wonderful symbol of status, of course it is, but it is a tool to enhance your self-leadership for a greater impact beyond yourself. Prof. Thuli Madonsela is among those who inspire us, and she teaches us that leadership is not about occupying a position of power, but about influencing change in pursuit of a desired objective. That is the reason why leadership does not start with an appointment. It starts with self. And that is why we talk about self-leadership as the most difficult of the challenge when it comes to leadership itself. So the certificate that you're going to be receiving today is evidence that you belong to that class of people who have surmounted the challenge of self-leadership. Continue building on it. As we celebrate you and your victory and achievement, we applaud you because you have indeed refused the seduction of instant gratification. You chose discipline over hard work over the ease of the moment. You proved that you have that internal command to govern yourself and your life. And today, that self-leadership is no longer just for you. It becomes a mandate for the future of our country. There is so much evidence that we're being bombarded with, that as a country, we are drowning in capture and in corruption, with a crippled economy that is not yielding even the level of employment opportunities that we are looking for. You are our full hope to pull us out of the road. As you step into the corridors of power, of commerce, of civil service, and wherever you are going to be, we expect you, and we know that, of course, you'll be tested. Your spine will be tested. But Prof. Thuli Madonsela provides us with a toolkit to survive that test. First, she demands that we use the mirror principle. And I translate that for myself as meaningful self-critique. She says, every day when you wake up and you look yourself into the mirror, you need to ask yourself, am I the person I claim to be? She argues, this is because corruption does not begin with a grand heist. It begins when we start tilting the mirror to hide the truth from our own compromises. She goes on to say, when you face the gray areas as you build your career, apply this 3-question test. Ask, what are the facts? Don't settle for misinformation or disinformation, and do not even play into that realm. Ask, what are the facts? And secondly, then ask, what really happened? And the third question then would be, is there a discrepancy? And she argues, if there is a gap between the facts, what happened, then you know that it means there is something that is not in order. And to bridge that gap, you cannot do it with silence. If what is happening does not match what should be happening, you are looking at a crime scene against your fellow human beings. At that moment, she argues, the degree that you have acquired should not be a shield to hide behind. It becomes a summons to speak up and to act. Professor Madonsela often tells us in her many various engagements that in times of crisis, we must look to our North Star, that fixed point made up of our values, the values that do not move even when the winds of politics are shifting, those lofty ideals that guide us on our journey of life. And she argues further, this North Star, our values, should continue to guide us irrespective of what happens. And she further argues, remember, leadership is about the power to make change, to influence change, and it starts with you, to influence the change in you. She talks about this North Star, but you know, we are in the Southern Hemisphere, and the North Star might be a hidden symbol for us because you can't ordinarily see it from the Southern Hemisphere. But we in the Southern Hemisphere, we look up to a very special star called the canopus. In Sesotho or Setswana, we call it Naka. I grew up in a family that engaged in subsistence farming. And when canopus comes, it marks that season, the end of a season, and it introduces a new season. Because in my language, we say, Naka iachuma. And when it happens, and you know, before climate change could hit us this hard, my father could even tell us the exact date when this would happen. It would be the first cold front that comes around the 25th of May in the region where I was. And once it comes, then frost comes, and everything bends. And then it becomes harvest of those dry legumes that we have planted. And this canopus becomes, you know, a star that talks about the introduction of a new system. And I want to challenge you. Have the Southern Star as a beacon of introducing a new season for our country, a season of integrity. We are counting on you because we believe you've got something special. And as I have argued, you have already proved that you have started the journey of leading yourself with integrity. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting here dressed in the manner that you are. I want to implore you that continue building up. We need you as you enter into the world of work, the workplace, with the challenges that you're going to find. We are counting on you. We have very high expectations. As he said, we expect you to go and throw your leadership as a sweet aroma to help us as a country to step out of the rut where we are at this stage. It is not just us, the Basotho and the Swanas who talk about the canopus. The people of Maori also talk about the canopus. They call it the Atutahili. And it means stand alone for them. Unlike many stars that move in clusters, the canopus appears solitary and distinct. And for them, it suggests that, you know, when you go about your life, following your Southern Star, adhering to this path of integrity, sometimes it becomes a very lonely journey. But then remember, you shouldn't think that you'll be alone forever. If you keep on standing on your values, you are likely to influence others to join you. So not for long, it won't be for long that you are standing alone. And actually, Prof. Thuli Madonsela talks about the mosquito principle. And she encourages us, and she says, as a graduate, don't think you're going to be a little mosquito in a long environment where capture and corruption have already entrenched themselves. She says, imagine what just one mosquito does in a room where a giant is sleeping. You cannot afford to enjoy your sleep, even if you are a giant, in a room where a mosquito is wrestling with you. And she argues, with the skills that you have and the knowledge that you have and what you have already acquired, you stand a chance of being that little mosquito that can speak and buzz power, truth, and integrity into the system today. And then she argues for Ubuntu, which really makes integrity what it should be. You should remember that you cannot light other people's path if you do not light your own. So you start with lighting your own, and when you do not dim that light, you see your way, but others also benefit. So like the mosquito, continue buzzing, continue lighting the way through to integrity, and continue shining brighter as stars. Congratulations once more.
An item in song will now be rendered by the UWC Creative Arts Choir. You must check it, you're not sitting on it. No. We'll use this for now. I don't know where it is. Okay. Give us a few moments to allow the latecomers in, please. your attention, please. Thank you. Before I hand over to the DVC who will officially begin the ceremony, I have one announcement to make. It's a special request. When the DVC calls out the student's name, feel free to applaud and to make as much noise as you want. It is a moment of celebration, and we love that. However, the moment the student comes to this point, please quieten down so that when the dean calls out the next name, you can all hear that name too. Otherwise, your name could be drowned out. So if we could please, we applaud as long as we get to this point, and then we quiet down so that we allow the name. Thank you. With that, I hand over to the DVC.
By authority vested in me, I shall now admit the candidates who are presented to me and the candidates who were not able to attend the ceremony to degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the university.
The candidate Ikram Al-Ghayeb will now be introduced to you by Professor Bayat.
Good morning, everybody. Ikram Al-Ghayeb's thesis is titled The Effect of Trade Liberalization on Economic Growth in Libya. The study examines the effect of trade liberalization on economic growth in Libya in the context of prospective WTO accession. Using a mixed methods approach, it combines econometric analysis of secondary time series data from 1998 to 2017 with qualitative evidence from interviews and questionnaires. The findings indicate that trade liberalization can influence economic growth by increasing openness, exports, and participation in global value chains. However, Libya's overdependence on oil, weak diversification, and structural constraints expose the economy to external shocks. The study concludes that a trade liberalization should be accompanied by institutional reform, diversification, and stronger domestic capacity to support sustainable growth. Thank you.
Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Ikram Al-Ghayeb. Deputy Vice Chancellor, the candidate Olutumbiwa Binuyu will now be introduced to you by Professor Bayat.
Olutumbiwa Binuyu's thesis is titled School Level and Out-of-School Factors Influencing Academic Performance of Public Secondary Schools, a comparative study of selected Nigerian states. The study examines the school level, out-of-school, and institutional factors influencing academic performance in public secondary schools in Abia and Oyo States, Nigeria. Using a qualitatively driven mixed methods design, the research draws on interviews and questionnaires with ministry officials, principals, and teachers. The findings show that although both states face infrastructure and resource constraints, Abia benefits from stronger administrative coordination, higher teacher motivation, more functional school governance structures, and greater parental engagement than Oyo. The study concludes that academic performance is shaped by the interaction of governance, teacher motivation, school conditions, and community support.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Olutomiwa Binuyu. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Temelean Fashola will now be introduced to you by Professor Mahembe.
The candidate thesis developed a retention model for the Nigerian healthcare sector, focusing on doctors. It studied how psychological capital moderates the effects of psychological contract violations, career concerns, and uncertainty on doctors' retention. The study addressed the Nigerian doctors' shortage by proposing an intervention based on positive psychology to boost workforce retention. Surveying 362 doctors using regression, process, and structural equation modeling, results showed that contract violations, career concerns, and uncertainty reduced retention. But high psychological capital reversed these effects and improved retention. This pioneering study suggests that policies that strengthen doctors' psychological resources can enhance retention .
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Nkhancha Khaninza will now be introduced to you by Professor Isaacs.
The thesis title is Assessing the Governance Model of Small-Scale Fisheries in the Western Cape, a pathway to sustainable livelihood or precarity. The thesis examined how the political economy influences the governance of small-scale fisheries after apartheid, impacting the current state of fisheries resources, food systems, and livelihoods in fishing communities. Primary data collection included in-depth interviews, participant observations, focus group discussions, stakeholder engagement sessions, parliamentary meetings, reports, and life histories in the communities of Doringbaai, Veldrift, Langebaan, Houtbaai, and Ocean View.
Key species in the study investigated were West Coast rock lobster, lionfish species like snook, hardus, and Cape bream. The findings of the study indicate that the current fisheries governance approaches, the implementation of the new fisheries policy, and the commercialization and marketization all failed small-scale fisheries and increased their marginalization and exclusion in governance processes from benefiting economic opportunities. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Nhlanhla Gninza. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Motlakeng Letapa will now be introduced to you by Dr. Hart.
Good morning. Monty's thesis is titled The Participatory Community-Based Assessment Framework Towards Sustainable Livelihoods, the Case of Kokong Village in Botswana. This doctoral study developed a participatory community-based assessment framework to strengthen community participation in development planning and to promote sustainable livelihoods. Using an exploratory embedded single case study in Kokong Village, Botswana, the research integrated the Sustainable Livelihoods Framework, asset-based community development, and community-based participatory research. Through semi-structured interviews, participatory workshops, and thematic analysis, the study identified the key factors shaping community participation and produced an applied conceptual framework to guide community-driven planning and participatory development practice in marginalized rural contexts. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Motlakeng Letapa. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Kukanyile Mali will now be introduced to you by Professor Shafini.
Kukanyile Mali's thesis is titled South African Infrastructure Development, Potential Partners, Obstacles, and Growth Prospects. The study assessed how mission-critical infrastructure investment influences economic growth in South Africa. It also evaluates potential long-term infrastructure partners within a complex geopolitical and macroeconomic environment, and reviews financing options with emphasis on private and public sector participation and collaboration. Econometric modeling shows that private infrastructure investment positively and significantly affects economic growth in both the short and long term. Moreover, investment in freight transport, ICT, and energy infrastructures have the strongest short-term growth effects. In the context of geopolitics, the study highlights the importance of South Africa's strategic neutrality, strengthened multilateral cooperation, and diversified financing mechanism, including domestic institutional investors and public-private partnerships.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Kukanyili, Mali. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate perfect, Mazani, will now be introduced to you by Professor Dimbabo.
The title of Perfect Mazansis is Solidarity in Diversity, Exploring the Resilience of Migrant Communities and their Food Security in South Africa. Perfect Mazani conducted doctoral research on exploring the role of solidarity within diverse migrant communities and its impact on their resilience and food security in South Africa. The research project was situated within the conceptual framework of social capital and resilience theory, and a mixed methods of research design was adopted for the study. Using thematic analysis and innovative statistical models, the study provided key insights into the significance of solidarity in diversity. The research makes a remarkable contribution to a broader understanding of migrant solidarity associations as key drivers in strengthening resilience and improving food security in South Africa.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Perfect Mazani. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Lucky Sibanda will now be introduced to you by Professor Iwu.
Lucky researched economic imperatives of academic achievement and student retention in South African higher education institutions. He argued that student retention and academic achievement remain critical global challenges with persistent dilemmas in resource allocation. Using the popular partial least square and structural equation models, he investigated how South African universities can optimize resource allocation across student, academic, social, and institutional support interventions to enhance student retention, academic achievement, and economic benefits. Apart from positive relationships, he found the negative effect of institutional interventions on academic achievement, suggesting potential inefficiencies in resource allocation. The study suggests further research to employ longitudinal and multi-institutional designs to assess the sustained effects of theory-driven models for optimizing student support on academic achievement and student retention.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Lucky Sibanda. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Sihlule Sibanda will now be introduced to you by Professor Pretorius.
Sihlule Sibanda's thesis title is Rethinking Terrorism in Mozambique, a critical analysis of the use of the terrorism term to describe the violence in Cabo Delgado. The study critically examines the use of the term terrorism to describe political violence in Cabo Delgado, Mozambique. It does not accept the terrorism framing as neutral or commonsensical, but investigates the confluence of factors that made such a framing possible, what responses to the conflict this framing legitimizes, in whose interests and to whose detriment. Labeling political violence as terrorism securitizes violence, in turn justifying emergency and unconventional measures to mitigate the perceived threat. The securitization of violence can have serious consequences. In the case of Cabo Delgado, these include obscuring the root causes of the conflict, militarizing responses, internationalizing the conflict, violation of human rights, and delaying peace processes.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Sihlule Sibanda. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Mark Volmink will now be introduced to you by Professor Bayat.
Mark Volmink's thesis is titled An Investigation into More Efficient Water, Energy and Food Nexus Applications to Enhance Food Security and Sustainable Livelihoods for the poor in the Philippi Horticultural Area, Western Cape. This thesis investigates how more efficient water, energy, and food WEF nexus applications can strengthen food security and sustainable livelihoods for poor communities in the Philippi Horticultural Area, Cape Town. Using a qualitative case study approach, it combines literature reviews, semi-structured interviews, and focus group discussions to examine resource interdependencies, governance constraints, and stakeholder experiences. The findings show that although informal nexus practices exist, implementation is hindered by fragmented governance and weak coordination. The study concludes that integrated participatory WEF strategies can improve resource efficiency, farmer resilience, and poverty reductions in the PHA and similar contexts.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Mark Wilmink. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master in Public Administration on the following candidates. Matsidiso Daimani. It's Hendricks Dennis. Hendricks Dennis. Bronwyn Geyer. Lucizo Makubela. Deliswa Njetu. Sanele Ndike. Nabila Rafi. Nico Sylvester. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Administration on the following candidates. Shanae Behardin. Curtis Matiti. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Arts on the following candidates. Ali Khan. Beverly Adonis. Safa Ardensa. Deanwyn Benson. Benrico Daniels. Robin Geland Cum Laude. Lee Vern Lamberts Cum Laude. Ragini Naidu. Michaelan Sinet. Imichle Tansi. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Commerce on the following candidates. Kimlin Bothma. Megan Cornelissen. Atufa Hirdin. Angelo Jefta. Justine Pawan Fuch Cum Laude. Klumelo Zizumo Cum Laude. Amanda Swartz. Amara Adams. Muhammad Salih Behardin. I know your name and your face. Henrico Dixon. Odwa Dianti. Rialeboha Tulo. Tandi Kolo Tela. Zakira Green. Byron Titus. Frederick Ushumwe. Patisa Vowana. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Development Studies on the following candidates. Sipamandla Maputuma. Klumisa Kakaza. Suleen Spandil. Akona Tuku. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Economics on the following candidates. Luvo Machoko. Mpakane Seroka. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Arts Honours on the following candidates. Jason Brankis. Ukushle Dekeda. Keegan Drayden. Lebohang Esitang. Yondela Hamka. Owetu Hangana. Logan Hansen. Chloe Isaacs. Zizibele Josana. Sumaya Khan. Voyani Kopo. Pabalo. Babalo Lebelo. Siviwe Mboyana. Lisakania Mbongo. Tomani Mnai. Joshua Mocky. Sibulele Mosana. Yonaniso Ndenze. Tariq Richards. Is it Rida? Bianca Redder. Carmel Roberts. Amber Samuels. I think so. Mahlolo Magati. Asanele Twei. It's Folarin. Folarin. Folarin Turawo. Anka Whites. Matthew Williams. Nikita Williams. Cleo Worship. Zintle Zweni. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Development Studies honors on the following candidates. Louisa Augustinus. Becky Temba Ganjana. Adelaide Hamisi. Sibolelwe Jacobs. Zibele Jonas. Ompile Mabena. Siyakolisa Nteta. Brittany Monyai. Siseko Mtengenya. Tanya Mvenge. Bulelani Mkili. Lutando Ntwasa. Senetemba Shongwe. Ishmael Stein. Ebere Ebere Uchendu. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Economics Honours on the following candidates. Janan Allen. Kayla Dimas. Clint Geldeblum. Ex-leader Gios.
You were supposed to see me, yeah. Derek, you were supposed to see. Oh, you could just skip my middle name, just stand there.
Onalerona Legodi. Annalisa Mbatu. Luto Mbelu. Kanisha Masonheimer. Kanisha Masonheimer. Michlali Mkefelele. Nolutando Mtembu. Minentle Ntongana. Alizwa Kashani. Baloi Rifuo. Muhammad? No. Muhammad Nu Siddiq. Caitlin Seagulls. Pumla Sibanda.
I leave this with you, Miss.
You can take it. Twaka Tani. Sibonga Konke Vinjwa. Tain Fasahi. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate diploma in poverty, land, and agrarian studies on the following candidates. Marian Aladot. Njabulo Dlamini. Sanele Glomo. Lovington Matsebula. Apiwe. I don't know. You're famous. Apiwe Mdonyelwa.
Do I take it back?
No, you can have it. Mahlodi Mpia. Fuiswa. Fuiswa. Fuiswa Msila. Siabonga Mieza. Pabalelo Seraniane. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting on the following candidates. Holisa Mtinyao Hawa. Cum laude. Yusuf Abrams. Franco Abramsa. LaShawn Adonis. Shawnick America. Blessing Baiki. Liabona Bala. Lebohang Baloi. Billet. Jaden Billet. Alzadia Brunt. Brooklyn Brown. Nadine Carpenter. Ayabukwa Charles. Davinia Chief. Amber Kluter. Dalia. Abdullah Daliaf. It's Hagen, right? Hagen Davids. Raiz Deshmukh. Amisha Daya. Njabulo Delika. Andile Dlamini. Neelam Idros. Mkhlali Fadi. It's Lyle. Lyle Felix. Asake Gama. Nkobile Gama. Nurul Ain Khansar. Amara Gire. Ayabulela Gongo. You can take it. Asitandile. Asitandile Kamane. Aisha Hasim. Kanyisa Jokweni. Amber Rose Joseph. Asia. Asia Joseph. Homoto Haswe. Nandipa Koboka. Mivuyo Koza. Bongiwe Kumalo. Tracy Kwapman. Jaogelo de Ledwaba. Zizipo Libala. Craig Lombard. Kolofelo Maki. Matthew Marman. Fundiswa Made. Nkateko Madlala. Twenga Magadla. Sizwe Mahlangu. Tando Mahlungulu. Isi Posetu Magongwana. Hiamohetswe Mako. Zik Malebane. Glada Manghe. Samnkelo Manoko. Onalo Maraule. Anzizo Mashava. Nokotula Mashele. Renda Masikwa. Sisa Masoko. Sean Matebula. Pemelo Machika. Odirile Machiga. Achilao Mavungu. Sinai Mawisa. Simtandile Mayekiso. Siposetu Mazaule. Sikonati Mbali. Isenati Mbambo. Sianda Mbata. Vudlhari Mbalati. Vuisa Mlambisa. Yamkela Mlonieni. Lendukuhle Mlungwana. Khadija Murat. Offense Mohamisa. Makoma Modkhala Otse. Rafilwe Molefe. Nazmeen Mullah. Asamkele Mpeke. Zigwadi Mpikadisi. Nati Mpuma. Nobuhle Msiza. Muhammad Abra Mujenka. Nozibusiso Ndlovu. Kawe Nzembomvu. Okuhle Ngesi. Petile Mqengelele. Mkenzo Ntambana. Tlangalani Nchani. Gloria Nyambi. Nokolo Paulson. Atlehang Pele. Calum
Peters.
Calum Peters. Bertram Plykes. Mandisa Kalinge. Pabalo Ranania Nai. Sagwati Ricozzo. Apiwe Soul. Lendiwe Sebolela. Aviwe Selo. Jadine September. Kanisile Sidlai. Azola Simanga. Sinesipo Sikwala. Asemakle Sityoshwana. Kia. Kia Smith. Malinga Tulani. It's Tumani Tokoms. Tumani Tokoms. Shadrach Timber. Hlumela Twatwa. Granville van der Westhuizen. Audrey Ventura. Rahul Walters. Jesse Ward.
Collega Zulu.
Kuleka Zulu. Amile Zwade. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Commerce in Financial. In Financial Accounting on Bongane Matuwane Cum Laude. Amira Akawari. Taryn Anthony. Kyle Bikis. Kiara Balkishan. Tiago. Tiago Barbosa. Zintle Chipane. Jordan Christmas. Liam Daris. Tamia Davids. Kayla DeLanger. Lebohang Dibakwane. Zanele Glokova. Okay, in my ear. Lilita Dumezweni. Taryn February. Muhammad Ismail Fisher. Justin Flanagan. Ismail Hamaldin.
Syed Noor Hamid.
Syed Noor Hamid. Imichle Kuze. Misokukhle George. Jessica Honey.
I left it. Can you say it?
She left it. What are we doing here? Financial accounting. What's your name?
Where's the H? It's this side.
Kanyisa Hebe. Kyla Yenis. Ineta Klongwane. Wesley Isaacs. Olivia Jacobs. Siavuya Jama. Andrea Jones. Naomi Kumalo. Seseko Klas. Komolo Komane. Rose Lebopo.
Lekgetho.
Karabo Legeto. Maria Lopez. Aaron Madumane. Lusanda Mafukwana. Nkosinati Mkhlangu. Same name. Okay. Nkosinati Sibisiso Mkhlango. Wendy Makita. Ayanda Makubu. Mfomelo Mangolele. Hanifa Mali. Ethan Mars. Notando Mashiane. Tando Wetu Masuku.
Can you please call out Reranzi? Reranzi.
Riradzu Matebula. Mto Mtokozisi Matenjwa. Nzukisi Mayekiso. Tisi Mbanjwa. Sino Babalo Mbekeni. Sibesihle Mbele. Mbundwini. Andisiwe Mfundisi. Mia? Yasin Mia. Charmaine Mkabela. Gugu Mkumbeni. Cecilia Mlambo. Musawenkosi Ndita. Katleho Mokapi. Shalene Moketi. Connie Mukuna. Karabo Moku. Yolanda Molo. Palesa Molo Bedsi. Mahlokonolo Moraba. Liam Morgan. Carabelo Moruaswi. Palesa Mochweni. Genevieve Maton. Olan Moyo. Shapai Mpela. Chengatai. Chengatai Mugabe. Alelali Mukevo. Michael Murray. Manga Mvunyiswa. Andiswa Welase.
Go take it back.
Kalipa Ndamane. Martin Ndlovu. Asisipo Ngesi. Lerato Ngogela. Lisa. Lisa Ngoma. Mbasa Ngoma. Pelo Nqito. Tabiso Njani. Somila Njingana. Kudwano Nkareng. Sinilizwi Nkomfe. Esther Nkulu. Ntando Nkotole, who will be invested by his father, Mr. Alfred Nkotole. Okuhle Nklonklo. Ntonkozo Nshesi. Joy Ogualili. Nazreen Omar. Daniel Peterson. Ntokozo Pahlane. Is it Khadebe or Rade? Khadebe. Nolukanyo Khadebe. Kotha Rank. Leon Rue. Alia Saban. Alia Saban. Akona Salman. Muhammad Hisham Samai. Liema Sentiwe. Mokhadi Seopa.
The E is silent. Can you please put the Helen?
Benilde.
Yes.
Benilde Helen Shainkomo. Zamaswazi Shongwe. Zamakhlase CBC. Sheena Smith. Tammy Lee Smith. Antilomzi Spielman. Cameron Stevens. Flono Lofatso Tekiso. Alizwa Shali. Kanisile Sotetsi. Then everybody's going to ask me for the full name. Matthew van Niekerk. Asataluli Vulahani. Deputy Vice Chancellor I request you to confer the Advanced Diploma in Accounting on the following candidates. Mawada Adams. Ashante Aronsa. Bradley Bothman. Muhammad Shafi Kasim. Misbah Khalifa. Aidan Moore. Jaden Stevens. Deputy Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the highest certificate in economic development on the following candidates. Chanel Abel. Shauna Cornelison. Dylan Davids. JD Phyllis. Rochelle Haldenes. Atwenga Ola. Noah Jacobs. M. Strong Jacobs. Puleng Yankees. Lyle. Okay. Lyle George. Logan Links. Abanati Maneli. Unako Mbenenge. Vijay Moodley. Danrick Moodin. Esmery Hendricks. Nomtandazo Mhlana. Wandile Mtembu. Okuhle. Okuhle. That's it. Okuhle. That's it. Okay. Okuhle. Loiso Nochokovu. Kotiswa Stamper. Wade Phillips. Shanika Pretorius. Laviswa Sitingile.
Can you say my second name as well, please?
And everybody else. Jesse Logan Solomon. Is that Mr.? Yeah. Is your dad a Mr.? Okay. Enoch. Tiffany Solomon, who will be invested by our father, Mr. Enoch Solomon. Keelan Estelle Stewart. Kanti Zokufa.
Oh, congratulations. Can you wave those certificates on your cap? Can you thank them? Your support? Thank you very much. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for the support. We are now at the end of the ceremony, and I declare the congregation of the University of the Western Cape duly concluded. Thank you so much.
wishing, they wishing, they wishing, they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't. Yeah. I feel good sometimes I don't. Yeah. I finesse down Western Road. Yeah. Yes. Might go down to G.O.D. Yeah. Yeah. I go hard on Southside G. Yeah. I make sure that Northside E. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. My bed and my mama, I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own. Hey, hey. Someone watching it close, yup, close. I've been me since Scarlet Road. Hey, oh, hey. Might go down as G.O.D. Yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G. Hey, wait. I make sure that Northside E. Yeah. Still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing they wishing on me. Yeah. Yeah. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah.
Graduates, quick one. Remember family photos and the ordering of the graduation photos.